When did you hit an ex with revenge so perfect it could be a movie ending? My boyfriend Trey sent me a breakup text at 3 a.m. on a Wednesday, after 2 years together. The message said he needed space to find himself and we wanted different things. We had been planning to move in together after my lease ended in August. We had already started looking at apartments and discussing furniture. 2 weeks before the text, I had bought him a Tissot watch for our 2-year anniversary. He wore it every single day and constantly posted photos of it. The day after the text, I called him twice just to mess with this clown. Both calls went straight to voicemail, which was hilarious. I sent 3 texts asking if we could talk. I checked his social media. He had unfriended me on Facebook and made his Instagram private. Classic move from someone who thinks he's such a genius. Thursday morning, my coworker Yasmin showed me something on her phone during our coffee break. Look where Trey is right now. She held up Instagram stories from him, clearly thinking this was exciting news to share with his girlfriend. The location tag read Barcelona, Spain. The first story showed a hotel room with 2 separate beds and expensive bedding. The second showed breakfast with 2 coffee cups and pastries. The third showed Trey wearing my anniversary watch, smiling directly at whoever was taking the photo. I recognized the hotel immediately. We had bookmarked it 6 months earlier when planning a trip we never took. The same trip we had researched together for weeks, comparing flight prices and reading reviews. The trip that cost $3,000 per person according to our detailed budget spreadsheet. Yasmin scrolled to the next story, still excited to show me what she thought was cool vacation content. A girl with blonde hair and a nose ring was tagged. Gemma. I knew her. She worked in Trey's office as a social media coordinator. She was 22. I had met her at his company holiday party in December. The final story showed both of them at Park Yale taking selfies together. Gemma was wearing a sundress I had saved in my online shopping cart, but never bought because I thought it was too expensive at $180. Trey had his arm around her waist in the exact same pose we used to do for photos. Yasmin was looking at me expectantly, probably waiting for me to get excited about Trey's vacation or ask who the girl was. I just said thanks for showing me and walked back to my desk. I screenshot everything before the 24-hour stories expired and sent them to my friend Lyanna. Look at this absolute clown, I texted her. Trey had blocked me on Instagram but deliberately left his stories public for everyone else to see. This dumbass thought he was being so smart, but he had no idea how pathetic he looked. Friday afternoon, I received a Venmo request from Trey. The amount was $47. The description read, gas money, thanks. I burst out laughing. He had blocked me on every platform except Venmo, the app where money changes hands. This absolute moron actually thought I would pay him while he was in Spain with another woman. I called Lyanna immediately. You're not going to believe this. This clown just asked me for gas money while he's in Barcelona. Lyanna couldn't stop laughing either. We both knew he was about to get a reality check. I couldn't stop refreshing their Instagram stories because this train wreck was too entertaining to miss. Every new post was more ridiculous than the last. They thought they were living their best life in Barcelona while he had the balls to ask me for money. Saturday evening, they posted photos from a rooftop restaurant in Barcelona that I recognized from our shared Pinterest board. Gemma wore the watch Trey usually wore on his right wrist. My watch. The one I had saved for 3 months to afford by bringing lunch to work every day. She had it wrapped around her wrist like a bracelet because it was too large for her tiny frame. I couldn't stop laughing at how ridiculous she looked wearing a men's watch that clearly didn't fit her. Sunday night, they returned to Chicago on a late flight. Trey posted a photo of himself at O'Hare Airport with the caption, "Back to reality." He was no longer wearing my watch anywhere in the photo. Probably gave it to his little girlfriend as some grand romantic gesture. How original. Monday morning, I was still checking Gemma's Instagram highlights because her profile was completely public. Among her stories about the Barcelona trip was something that made me stop dead in my tracks. She had posted a screenshot of her Venmo payment with some text about finally sending money for our dream trip. The screenshot showed $1847 sent to Trey with the description, Barcelona Fund. The timestamp read, Tuesday 11:23 p.m., 4 hours before he sent me the breakup text. I screenshot that transaction and sent it to Lyanna with crying laughing emojis. This absolute genius had left a paper trail of his entire scheme. Thursday morning, exactly 1 week after the breakup text, I received another Venmo request, this time for $23. The description read, coffee run, you know you want to. The emoji he included was the same one he used to send me when we were together. I looked at his smiling profile photo where he was still wearing my watch and started cracking up. This man actually thought he could treat me like his personal ATM after what he did. But here's what this clown didn't realize. I knew exactly how to make him come crawling back. And when this dumbass did, he was going to regret ever messing with me. Full story with revenge on the channel. Link below.